mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. See what we got going on here. Share this up real quick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's do it. Good morning, Pat. What's good? Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's not a weird day, but it's a weird day. It's not a weird day, though. I don't know what to say about today, but we're going to get to it, right? All the bats got there yesterday. I expected Bryce Harper to do better yesterday because I figured out that Colin Ray was going to be going to be the bulk guy. And he still, I hate to be wrong. Well, he got a hit, but I hate to be, man. I like to be right, man. Straight up, I like to be right. Shout out to Cattell Marte, man. Went off last night. We do got 15 games. Early games getting ready to slide on us. Let me see something. Okay. Let me check one more thing here. Okay. All right. Let's get to it, right? First game here on the docket, man, and it's just right. Like I can't uh I can't deny some things here, right? Tiff, what's happening? Tiff, what's going on? First game on the docket here. It's a few things you just can't deny, and that's like the BVP here, right? This team's got a pretty decent history, right? Versus Pavetta here. We got over under 10 in the spot. And we got Schwellenbach. I think this is his second start going up against, and he's also, like I say, he's going up against these lefties over here. I don't know if I want to back him. I don't even know if I want to back the Braves. Uh, I don't know if I want to back Boston either. Maybe a team total or something like that. I mean, or maybe an over or something like that, right? Either way it go, I expect runs to be put up in this one, right? So, um, I'll tell you what. I'll just give you the tidbits here. So, Matt Olson, these guys seen these guys a lot, man. He's 2 for 10. He's got a home run though. Marcell Ozuni's 8 for 26, batting 300. He's got 6 home runs and 2 singles versus him, right? Kalinick, he's 1 for 5. Not that wasn't a bomb though. Dearnod, he's 3 of 6 with a bomb, a single, and a double. Austin Riley, he's got he's 4 of 18 with 2 bombs, and then Duval, he's 3 of 9, and then you got Albies, who's a whopping 7 for 33. Seen him a lot. And then Orlando Archer just likes him, man. I mean, he's 6 of 7 with 2 home runs, right? So there's a lot of history between, this Braves team and there's a lot of history between this Braves team and Pavetta. That was history, right? So it's a lot, right? Um, Damn near everybody. When I get time, we can look at it. When I get time, I can look at it with you, Tiff. We'll see. But Pavetta does got good K stuff. So I can see instances where his Ks are in play. Um, this this Atlanta team have shown the ability to strike out. So I couldn't talk you off his Ks. If you just was fixated on getting to his strikeouts at 5.5, I couldn't talk you off of that, right? But this Braves team got a lot of history on it. I would advise you to on Pavetta. I would advise you to. I wouldn't say walk lightly, but just be mindful of that. Okay, okay. So the top 2 bats I'll probably be looking at would be Olsen and Ozuna. Of course, those guys would be hit parlays all the way up to home runs. You know who those guys are. And then on the flip side, Swellenbach, still giving them time to evolve, whatever the case may be. But you can't deny um, um, Rafael Devers. He's just good at baseball. So I'll definitely, if I'm looking at any bat on Boston, it would be Rafael Devers. So those 3 bats are definitely in play. I gave you the BVP versus all those guys, the history that they have versus Pavetta. They probably like to see Pavetta coming. Who knows? So that's that, right? Um, Next game we're gonna talk about here. So I could tell I was looking at some shit. I was looking at some shit. Okay, St. Louis Cardinals at Houston Astros. We got Ronel Blanco on the mound. We got Miles McCullers on the mound here. He's got 52 plate appearances versus this team, 15% K rate, walk rate. Long story short, here, yeah. So my fault. I need to take my fucking headphones out. I'm trying to do too many things at once. Yeah. Um, and then, long story short, here, Miles McCullers, Ronel Blanco on the mound, and yeah, Soto was disappointing yesterday. I can't even be mad at him though, because he's just been that good. And I'll be looking at his ass today too. We'll get to it. But McCullers here, like I say, I'm not a big fan of him. I ain't gonna lie. Uh, Uh, but it is what it is right there, right? I'm not sure. He got a 285 expected batting average. Expected slugging is up at 485, and then the percentage is at 18.2 with a hard rate at 44.7, right? So definitely. I already know, like, I couldn't decide for which bat that I really, really like to get to here. His ERA is sitting at 5.5, and then expected is at 4.8. So not the greatest, right? Um, on the walks right there, here and there, he's been giving up walks. A home run. He's given up a home run lately, probably like every other game. So that's something that you can look at there. The earned runs, when he is giving up runs, most likely lately he's been giving up 3, right? He's given up 3 earned runs at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of his last 6 games, right? So I like this Astros team to get to him. Um, Towards righties, I could look and show you what the pitch mix is looking like towards righties here for him. That slider, um, that sinker, and then that four seam fastball. Those is probably the three primary pitches. He does mix it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He does mix it up a little bit, but and that's towards righties, right? And then towards lefties, he's throwing out. I don't even know how many plate appearances he's tossing out. I mean, he's seen these guys, but if it would load up for me. Meanwhile, I go over here. I think Altuve and I think it's Altuve and Jordan Alvarez for me. I don't know if Kyle Tucker is in the lineup. And here's the confirmed lineup right here. Kyle Tucker is not in the lineup. So I was definitely it's going to be Altuve. I think it's Altuve's due. Bregman, righty splits. We already know what we're doing with Bregman, he's going up against a righty, and he's hot on top of that. And then Alvarez, right? Alvarez is definitely heating up. And then Yannier Diaz, right? I was on Yannier Diaz last year. Seems like he's probably trying to come around right now. Anytime we was catching Yannier Diaz at home versus a righty last year, it was money, right? So let me run a check on that split for him again. Diaz. Last year at home versus a righty, man, this man was lights out. I'm talking about lights out. Yesterday he called him one. Bam, he called him one yesterday. He was at home, I think, versus a righty too. So that splits and stuff like that, you really got to be mindful of that, man. Straight up. Let's see. Let's check out some of these advanced numbers right now. I'm gonna go straight to it, right? Okay. Away. Home. So far, I forgot who pitched right now, but so far, as you can see at home, I don't know how many escape percentage is down versus home lefties and righties at home. Home versus lefties, he got last year was righties. Right now, as of right now, I don't know how many games he played on the road. I can go at home. I can go look. But he's batting 333 batting average, 593 slugging, 993 OPS. This is versus righties. Isolated power sitting at 260, and his WRC plus is at 183 versus righties at home. His WRC plus is sitting at 70. Right. I forgot who pitched. Was it a righty or a lefty yesterday? So I kind of forgot. Either way it go, the bats kind of woke up over here for the Astros. So I'm not recommending. I ain't gonna say I'm not recommending him. You can go where you want to go. But the two bats that if I had to get to any bats, it would probably be. I'm starting to think because I didn't look at Altuve, but I know Altuve's is really good versus righties. I know that shit by heart, right? So let's see. And then it just feels like it's time for him to go crazy, right? But let's see. So Miles McCullers versus righties. That four seamer, he is 259, and then that's batting average 258 expected. So he's pretty stagnant on that. That slider is where he gets his ass in trouble at. 2 home runs versus that, 435 batting average and 387 expected batting average. I'm quite sure Jose Altuve is hitting that slider. Let me refresh this again because sometimes it doesn't load right? Come on, man. Come on. Shoot it. Sometimes this site gets slow. So Altuve, the four-seamer. So the four-seamer, Altuve's got 7 home runs versus that. So he really likes that, right? Miles McCullers, with that four-seamer of his, he hasn't given up a home run yet. He's got about a 260 batting average of expected and regular. So, and then Altuve is good at baseball. Next is that slider. The slider, Altuve's 264 against that. That's pretty good. No home runs. He will strike out versus these two pitches as you see. He's striking out 13 times versus that four-seamer. He struck out 12 times versus that slider, but he will hit it, right? He will. The next pitch will be that sinker, and what has he done versus that sinker? He's got a home run, 346 batting average, expected 300 batting average. Yeah, so I like it, right? Again, a lot on the four-seamer, slider, and sinker. He's got double-digit hits on each and every last one of them. 17 hits on the 26 hits on the fastball on the four-seamer, and 14 hits on the slider, 18 hits on the sinker. Those are the top three pitches that McCullers is throwing out, right? And then versus lefties here, you can look at let me see what Altuve. I mean not Altuve. Yordan Alvarez. Yordan Alvarez has to know. He has to pick up this slack here. He's been playing some ball though. I ain't gonna lie. He's been playing some ball. Just can't. I ain't gonna say you can't give up on them. A lot of times in baseball, you just gotta wait on them. You gotta wait on them. You know what I'm saying? If they ain't hitting, just lean back off of them. But you gotta monitor them really, really well because once they get hot, then you definitely want to be there for it. So, what is he throwing to the lefties here? The four-seamer, to the lefties. Yep, the four-seamer, slider, and sinker there as well. So the four-seamer, he doesn't have no home runs on that. Alvarez, he's batting 300 with a home run versus that four-seamer. Double-digit hits on that four-seamer. Next pitch would be that slider. Miles McCullers is pitching that one horribly to lefties. He's got Miles McCullers, the pitcher himself, has a 435 batting average with a 387 slugging. I mean, expected batting average in a 740. What's this on my damn screen? A 783 slugging, right? So he's giving up power to this one here, right? He's giving up power to that slider. What's Yordan doing to that slider? Still got a little oomph on it, but his batting average ain't all that. He does have 2 home runs versus it. And the sinker, right? The sinker, he's pretty good with that sinker. Yordan Alvarez is not very good versus that sinker, but he's good at baseball. He's got a home run basically versus all these pitches. And then, like I said, Bregman, he's just in play for a righty-righty matchup. He's got righty splits. I want to see what the total is of this game here, since it's getting ready to come on now. 8.5. Now Blanco, I didn't even look into Blanco like that. We all know that St. Louis Cardinals have been hitting. I haven't been recommending bats for St. Louis. I'm probably not going to recommend a bat for St. Louis. Take what you like of St. Louis, leave what you don't, right? Even though Houston are the favorites, I do get a pitching lean to Houston. I don't know, right? I don't know. One thing I want to look at here is the team total, and I'll keep it moving, right? So, Houston Astros 4.5. So I imagine Cardinals probably about 4. Yeah, Cardinals 3.5. I don't know what to say there. I like Yordan. I like Alvarez. I mean, Altuve. You can put those motherfuckers in hit parlays and hits, runs, and RBIs. I like them both, okay? So that's where I'm going to look at it with that, right? Next game. And I'm going to try to get through this one fairly simple, fairly quick, fairly easy, right? None of this shit is easy, but fairly simple, fairly quick. Cincinnati Reds and Colorado Rockies. Everybody, I told you, I was on the righties yesterday, and all the righties got a hit. Every one of them. Probably except for one. Every one of them got a hit, right? Versus the Cincinnati, versus the in this on the Cincinnati side here, right? So we got 11.5 over under in this spot here. Don't want to recommend the over, but it's probably gonna go over. Good weather. What can I say, right? Dakota Hudson on the mound. Graham Ashcraft on the mound here. And man, I'm looking at. I need to see the star lineup, right? I can just go down the line, man. Let's sort of projected star lineup. Yes, Ellie De La Cruz. Yes, please. Will Benson. Yes, please. Like this is a game here that Carlos Rodon. I had this fucking fancy score up there. I don't know who they think they is calling me. Calling me at around this time. Y'all know better, right? All right, so this is a game that you could fuck around and you can stack it up, man. Hits, runs, and RBIs. You can stack it on up. You know, I'll go right to the demons. I go right to the demons, and we can stack it up, right? I'd go right to the demons. Release the demons, right? I would go right to the demons here. Let's see what they got here. Uh, because this is the only site that lets you, put all these hits, runs, and RBIs in the same lineup in the same ticket. Only thing about this is you're gonna get some 3.5. Damn, he just disappeared, man. Okay, there go Deli Cruz right there. Deli Cruz, I mean, he's at 3.5 hits, runs, and RBIs is in play. Um, what else? Jake Fraley, 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs is in play. Candelario, 3.5 hits, runs, and RBIs is in play. TJ Friedel, 3.5 is in play. Tyler Stevenson, 2.5 is in play. Will Benson, I'm definitely playing this. 2.5. I'm definitely playing this. He owes me nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't give a fuck if he don't even go out there and get a hit. He owes me nothing because he's a righty killer. He's not even in the lineup versus lefties, man. And they can use him very versatile. They put him in that 9-hole. He going bonkers down there in that 9-hole. You know. So yeah, that's Coors Field. That's the Coors Field effect. If you don't know, you should know, right? So I like all the bats on the. I was getting around to the bats on on the Colorado Rockies side, but it's tiring, man. Looking at all those bats, man, it's tiring. I ain't gonna lie. It was one bat that I did look at though. That I was trying to figure out why he was popping in the model. So we're gonna see. Elias, I think it's one pitch. I think it's one pitch, right? I think it's one pitch that this kid is throwing that Diaz is really in love with or something like that. So let's see. Versus righties here. And then it's it's Coors Field, so it's just, man, they putting up runs there, man. Straight up, they putting up runs there. I think it's that cutter, right? I think it's that cutter, and this is his second most thrown pitch. That cutter, yeah. So he hasn't seen much of it. Diaz hasn't seen much of the cutter, right? But last year, um, he was 500 versus that cutter. He didn't have no home runs, but he had 11 hits on 22 appearances, man. Then fast forward to this year on that cutter, he's similar. He's got 4 hits on 9 at bats, right? He doesn't have a home run, but he likes that cutter, man. He likes that cutter. So I just stopped. That was the first bat that popped from me, but I didn't even get a chance to get to the rest of the bats, man. And I try to look at every bat. This is not for the weak. You know what I'm saying? This is not for the weak, bro. It's not. It is not, right? So I couldn't get through the rest of the bats. I could not. I ain't even gonna lie. It's too many. It's too many bats. It was too many, and I had to keep it moving. So I couldn't talk you off nothing here as far as the total. From a totals perspective, what I could do is, let me see if I can go over here to the model and tell you guys. See, I've been fucked around And fuck them. I can go back to the model and see. Let's see. Colorado. Rockies and Cincinnati. So, hmm, hmm. So hear me out. Hear me out with this one right here. Hear me out. I'm gonna tell you like this, right? So how they got them right now for the full game, the top bats for the full game, they have Ellie De La Cruz number one. The guy I just showed you, Elias Diaz number two. Ryan McMahon number three. I was on McMahon yesterday. He disappointed me. Tyler Stevenson, somehow he's number four. Spencer Steer, number five. Ezekiel Tovar, next. Brendan Rodgers, next. Fraley, next. Doyle, Will Benson, and I ain't gonna just keep going, but goddamn. But yeah, so you know, sometimes Coors Field can disappoint too. You know, sometimes Coors Field can disappoint too. So I can if you playing fantasy and you fade Coors Field and it don't pop off, your ass got a good chance of cashing. San Francisco Giants at the Diamondbacks, right? I don't have much for this one here, but I'll say this. We got Jordan Hicks on now, Jordan Montgomery, Jordan and Jordan, right? Jordan. Jordan Montgomery hasn't been looking good, man. You know, I can't back him right now. Even if he does good, he does good. It is what it is. Um, but I just can't. I can't back him right now. I can't. I don't know what's going on with this team with the bats that I usually look towards somebody like Soler. You know what I'm saying? I usually look towards him. I don't know what's going on with him, with versus righties and stuff like that. But it is what it is. Some bats that popped here. Jock Peterson, right? He's 0-6 versus Jordan Hicks, but somehow he popped. Probably because of a mid-pitch mix. Ramos popped. Patrick Bailey popped. He's 2 of 3. Matt Chapman, you can look at him for power. He's 3 of 15. Jorge Soler, he's 2 of 15 with a bomb. You can look at him for a bomb, but but I just don't know if I'll be getting to any of these guys, man. I'm fading this game. I'm fading this game. I got off with Ketel Marte last night, so if you want to look at Ketel Marte, then that's fine. But other than that, I'm not. I'm off. I'm off this one here. I'm off this one, right? Um, Next game here we're gonna look at is gonna be the Washington Nationals and the New York Mets, right? So I definitely like bats here. I like the Mets bats here going up against Patrick Corbin. Yes, sometimes Patrick Corbin can disappoint you and go out there and have good games, but right now I like the Mets bats, and if they don't show up, then they don't show up, right? But like I said, I do like the Mets bats here. Nationals, I'll probably fall back from the Nationals, but I'll give you guys the bats that I like so we can keep it moving, right? Mm, the Mets and the Nationals. So then these guys got a lot of history, so I'll be reading this shit off, right? Pete Alonso could be hot right now, right? Could be starting hot. I think he went yard yesterday, and I can't talk you off his ass. We're going bomb again today. 7 foot. He's 14 for 43, batting 326 versus this kid. He has 7 singles, 2 doubles, and 5 home runs. How could you not like him? JD Martinez, he's 1 for 1. Whatever. At the end of the day, I can show you the numbers how he looks versus lefties. He looks good versus lefties. He haven't not a lot of plate appearances, but we know JD is good at baseball. You can look at Um, um, Mark Vientos, however you pronounce his name. Francisco Lindor, he's 12 for, Mark Vientos is 2 for 3. Lindor is 12 of 38 with 2 home runs. Harrison Bader, he's 3 of 11 with 1 single, a double, and a home run. You can also look at let me see where my guy at. Mm, 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 mm. Where is he in the lineup? Marte. Marte, he's 13 of 42. 10 singles, 2 doubles, 1 home run. So, even if it's a team total or some shit like that, what is it, man? I'm looking at these Mets, and I'm looking at these Mets. What's up? What's up, Ego? Ego, what's up? Just do it. Yes, sir. I'm looking at these Mets, I'm looking at these Mets, right? I don't know what the team total for the Mets game looking like, but we'll take a look right now. 9.5 over under here. So I'd imagine it's 5.5, right? I would say 5.5 team total for the Mets. And that's right, 5.5 team total. Yep. So I like the Mets here. I like the Mets bats. It is what it is what it is, right? If I had to take one, I don't know. Keeping it moving. Milwaukee Brewers and Philadelphia Phillies here. Ashby on the mound and Nola on the mound. I get a pitcher lean towards Philly here. If I'm taking the side here, it's probably going to be Philadelphia moneyline parlays, run line straights. Can't forget that guys like Christian Yelich, he's pretty much good at baseball. He can take Nola yard at any given time, along with Contreras and stuff. Guys like that. Nola has been known to give up a home run or whatever the case may be. This Phillies team, they're pretty good versus lefties, at times. So I couldn't talk you off any bet over here in Philadelphia. Eric Bohm would be a guy that you should look at, really, really look at versus lefties there. And but it's a lot of guys on this team that look at lefties. He's usually my go-to. I didn't really look at any stats or anything like that. So there he is. We already know Harper is good at baseball. So Nola, his pitching gouge probably coming out at 18.5. I probably won't get there. Can't talk you off of it. It is what it is. Cleveland Guardians, Cincinnati, Kansas City Royals at Cleveland Guardians. YB Witt just continues to go crazy, right? 2 bombs yesterday, I want to say. Didn't he hit 2 bombs yesterday? So him and Perez is always going to, not always, but they're definitely in play here. This Cleveland's been on one, especially at home. They look really, really good. They got one of the best records, if not the best record at home. I don't have a side on this one here. I do think I do give the pitching lean to Brady Singer in this spot. He doesn't. I don't think he pitches that many innings though, right? Well, he doesn't go like the standard 6 that we need him to go. Shit like that most of the time, to get good benefits from him. But I'm undecided in this game. The usual suspects with hitters. I couldn't talk you off of those. The Nailers, the Ramirez's, and the Perez and the Bobby Witts. Those guys are all in play. It's nothing. There's no funny business here. Nothing. No funny business here, man. The guys that are always in play, they're in play. If you want to get to them, be my guest. I don't have a side in that game. Los Angeles Dodgers at Pittsburgh, and how could they not put up a run yesterday? I can't believe it, man. That's crazy, man. They couldn't even put up a run. I had Ohtani for a hit. Damn, the shit on myself. He got a hit later on in the game. I've cashed a hit parlay for me, but man, boy. Paul Skeens on the mound. James Paxton's on the mound. I'd imagine the Pittsburgh Pirates are favorites. I don't know. Paxton is not that good. It's not that good, and I expect runs to be put up. I expect the Pirates to put up some runs. I just couldn't pinpoint the bats. You got Paul Skeens on the mound. His strikeout prop, I want to say it came out at 6.5. This is a prop that if you're going to get there or not. Me personally, I'm gonna either take the over or I'm probably just gonna fade it. I probably won't even get there. I'm gonna either take his K's or not even bet this game. That's probably what I'm looking at. That's probably what it's gonna be. 6.5 Ks. Either I'm probably gonna take the over or I'm not even gonna mess with this game at all, right? If I just go really, really trying to dig and find a bat or something like that for some of these Pittsburgh Pirates players like Reynolds, he's one of their best hitters. He's in play. Who they got? Donovan, Burleson, Goldschmidt, Gorman, Arenado. Okay, I don't know. All right. Any more lineups out? Nope. So, like I said, let me see what projected lineup would look like here. Projected lineup would look like Reynolds and Cabrian Hayes. I can see those boys right there. They're pretty good, for hits or something like that. Other than that, it is what it is. These guys here, Mookie Betts, Ohtani, and Freeman, they ticking time bombs, right? They ready to go. They got plenty guns, man. They got plenty guns. They got plenty bangers on deck, but they ain't got no ammunition right now. That's all they waiting on is the ammunition, And then they very possible they can come out here and light his ass up. I'm staying away from this game. I'm not even taking the K's. I'm staying away from it, right? I'm gonna stay away from it. Live bet it. If they get to hitting in the first inning, I'm live betting. I'm live betting hit runs and RBIs and shit like that. Because I'm not a big fan of that bullpen. I want to say. I have to go back and look at that. So I'm staying off that one. Tampa Bay Rays at Miami Marlins. There's so many iffy spots, right? Tampa Bay Rays, they usually, in previous years, they've been good versus lefties. Braxton Garrett is a lefty, and previous years, Braxton Garrett had really good K stuff. As of right now, Tampa Bay is striking out versus left-hand pitching. Now, we got Zach Eflin on the mound. Was looking at some of his numbers versus righties. Righties have been hitting him, right? So that was interesting. Then you got Marlins, you got De La Cruz and a few other bats that have been hitting lately. Just like the same bats I pointed out yesterday, they came out hitting that motherfucker yesterday, right? I didn't even recommend them. I should just recommend them. If the numbers look good, I should recommend them to y'all anyway. Either way it go, Braxton Garrett, if he bring his K stuff today, he could hit his strikeout, right? Tampa Bay Rays been striking out versus lefties on paper, right? On paper. But they have been hit. They can hit lefties. If I had to take one bat from Tampa Bay versus a lefty, it would be Ramirez at least to get a hit. Yandy Diaz, Rosarina is supposed to hit lefties, and those are some of the main bats. Here, you can look at De La Cruz. You can look at you can look at Sanchez, right? But I probably won't get to these guys. Same shit I said yesterday. And they go out there, they went out there and perform, right? The numbers don't look sexy, but just for a hit, like, come on, these are professional baseball players. Just for a hit, I get it. I see it. They can get there, right? But just not bats that I'm giving out. Minnesota Twins at New York Yankees. We got an over under of let's see what we got an over under of here, right? Well, we're gonna dive into this one a little bit too, though. So we got an over under of 8.5 in this one, right? Paddock on the mound and Rodon on the mound. Okay, so okay, we got so the kid Paddock. He's not. I'm not. He's not that good, right? So I got a few bats that I'm on. 3 bats I'm on here for sure for the Dodgers. I mean the Knicks. Oh, whoever the fuck they are, the Yankees, man. God damn. So Paddock, right? Walk percentage down. That's interesting when you're dealing with Judge and Soto because they's walk machines. The exit velocity is up, so that's another thing. And the walks down. the velo is up. Why? Because he's giving up a home run in every game except for 2, right? So that's up. That's up. It's up from there, right? Earned runs. When he gives up runs, he's giving them up at least 2 or better. He doesn't really go over 5 innings that much, only twice this year. That's something to look at there. So I imagine his Tiff, you already know. I imagine his outs probably come out at 15 and a half-ish. You know what I'm saying? And I won't touch him. But at the end of the day, he's giving up home runs, at least one a game, right? At least one a game. Then you got guys like Soto and you know what I'm saying, right? So hold on, yeah. And I forgot the BVP versus these guys, but I think so you know what? I think Soto got 2 home runs versus him. And I think Verdugo has about 4 home runs versus this pitch he throws. If my memory serves me correctly. So Soto is 3 for 6 with 2 home runs and a single versus him. And Judge, right? Here comes the Judge. Right? Soto, Stanton has a home run versus him. Verdugo is only 2 for 10 versus him, but he hits his pitch. Volpe is 2 for 4. Margot is no, I'm not recommending him. That's for the other side. But you get the drift. Now, at the end of the day, let's see. Soto lines up with him, I want to say, in 1 or 2 pitches at least. Soto lines up really, really good with them. So I couldn't talk you off Soto numbers. He's probably, I can't say he's the top bat, but him with Judge right there. Look at all that. Look at that. 198, 100, 198, 96, 9600, whatever. Damn. That's strong. That's pretty strong there, right? Yeah, but versus that pitch, though, that fastball that he's throwing out there, I want to say, like I said, he don't walk. His walk percentage was down. That's a red flag right there. If you ain't walked, that's why Soto was 3 or 6 with 2 home runs, because you ain't out there trying to walk him, right? So he got 2 home runs versus that four-seamer with a 370 batting average. His expected numbers is down, but they still, hittable. Soto's got 6 home runs versus that four-seamer, man. So, you keep on playing with that motherfucker if you want to. All his pitches, he got a home run. He's tossed a home run versus all his pitches, except for these last 2. No, all his pitches here. Right. So, yeah. The changeup, the curveball, the slider, changeup, 276. The curveball, 182, hadn't seen that much. The slider, 174. So he could try to slide past him if he really wanted to. And then Verdugo. I want to say Verdugo. We can take a look at Verdugo's numbers here. His pitch mix, whatever case may be, the pitch mix versus Verdugo. So Verdugo, he pretty much hits the fastball pretty good too, right? I'll give you those numbers real quick. No, that's a righty. Those are the 3 bats that I like here, right? Verdugo versus the fastball, four-seamer. He's 268, 296 batting average, 634 slugging. He's looked pretty good versus that. Not striking out versus it, 4 home runs versus it, 3 doubles, 4 singles, right? I like that, right? Batting 268 versus that. The next pitch Chris Paddock's throwing out there is that changeup. He's throwing it out at a 250 batting average clip with a 292 expected. And Verdugo is He's batting. What was it? That changeup. He's batting 171 with what his expected numbers is 301 batting average, right? So you never know. Not that much power against it. He might still tap it, right? Then the curveball. That's his three primary pitches, I want to say. And then the curveball. I don't know if he's even hitting that curveball. He hasn't seen much of that curveball, but he did have 9 plate appearances. He got a home run and 3 hits versus that curveball. So those are 3 bats that I do like right there. What's up? What's up, Clark? Yo, Braves today or not? I expect Braves to put up runs. I went through all that, man. The Braves, they got big time. They seen him a lot, right? What's the name? What's the name? Got 6 home runs versus him. I think Olsen has 2 home runs. Ozuna's got 6 home runs. Olsen's got 2 home runs. Arnaud is like 6 for 7. They got so much history versus him, so they know him. I do like. I don't bet a lot of games, bro. But maybe a team total or some bats. I like them bats. I like some bats though, and I also think there's a pathway for Pavetta to get to his Ks. We'll see before they light him up. We'll see, right? Over under 10 in that one. Then the Braves got that young pitcher on the mound, so I like Devers either way it go, and they're gonna be throwing out those lefties like a motherfucker to their young kids. So I don't have a side on that one. I like bats. I like bats. What sources do I use? I'm showing you right here. And every time you come here, I see you on Facebook. If you just want to, I'm here showing this shit off every day, trying to help people learn. Baseball Savant, Fangraphs, free shit. Stop here every day, and you'll learn how to use it. If you go down on my timeline and you check my videos, if you don't know how to use it, you can go look at some of my old videos. And as I go through it, you can just follow my movements and listen to what I'm saying, and you'll learn how to use it, bro, because I use this shit every day. You stop in and, learn something, man. If you don't already know a lot, right? This is each one teach one every day. This is what I do, right? And hopefully y'all bring something to the table too. Y'all bring the energy to the table, whatever. But I'm a student of the game, right? So and I give you visuals. I'm not throwing shit down your throat, right? So long story short, Verdugo, Judge, self-explanatory, and then Soto, right? Now, if you just got to get to one bat, right, from this side, who was it, right? So, looking at for sure, Cedric, for sure. Looking at Carlos Rodon, right? He's a lefty. Whatever case may be, it is what it is, right? So I will tell you, it's one pitch. If this guy gets a hold to it, you might as well. It's gone. It's probably gonna be gone, right? I think he's already got a few home runs versus him. If he's gonna be in the lineup too, or if has he been playing? I don't know, but it's gonna be Ryan Jeffers, right? So here's a guy. He's got power, or whatever the case may be. So he's a power guy. He's got some power. Going up against a lefty. Rodon going up against this righty. Now Rodon, right? Carlos Rodon. That four-seamer, right? He's pitching it good. Right? He likes to pitch it too. He's got 500. He's throwing that four-seamer 55% of the time versus righties, right-hand batters, 55% of the time. I got 7 home runs against it. I don't care. I'm gonna keep throwing it. He threw 7 home runs, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 27 hits, 16 singles, 2 doubles, 2 triples, 7 home runs, right? Still got a 227 batting average with expected at 283. He just throws it so much, right? He throws it so much. He throws it so much. That's his pitch. Hey, ain't nobody trying to take nothing from him. Jeffers, he don't hit too much, right? But he's got a 333 batting average versus that pitch. 857 slugging. Expected slugging is around 600. He don't strike out much versus it. So if he's got a pitcher that's throwing that motherfucker damn near 60% of the time, he's got 3 home runs versus that fastball. It's possible he can take one of them motherfuckers deep, right? I'm not saying go out there and take it deep. Take his ass for a home run. In fact, Jeffers is 2 for 7 versus him. He's already got a home run versus him. I'm not saying take him. I'm not saying that. I'm just pointing out. Just pointing the shit out, right? This is just what it is, all right? Let's keep it moving, right? Oh, but you know what, though? It's not an official play. I hope I don't get cracked. Just letting you know what I played. I got it at a minus 120 this morning. Carlos Rodon, 17.5 pitching outs at minus 138, right? I mean, at minus 120. It's at a minus 138 as of right now. Long story short, when I come in at work at night, around 11, 12 at night, I need to drop the first 3-4 plays. I said I'm going to start doing that. I'm just drop the first 3-4 plays I see and then come in the morning and go live. But it is what it is, right? So hits, runs, and RBIs, my favorite prop for guys like Soto, Verdugo, Judge, and I did take the hits, runs, and RBIs. I did take the 17.5 pitching outs for Carlos Rodon. And his strikeouts, I can't talk off his strikeouts either. His strikeouts sitting at 5.5. It's doable, right? So if you're looking on Prize Picks, his pitcher fantasy score just went up. That's another thing that you could take a look at if you just really think he's going to have a pretty good game. He's hit this number 5 straight games, right? So it is what it is. And on top of that, it's just Minnesota they just don't beat them. Like they don't beat the Yankees. I know they can't wait, but they don't beat the Yankees like that. All right. So next game here now this is another game that, man, so I look at this here, right? So hold on. Let me pull up Outlier. Right? I don't want the early bird deal. I'm probably done with this. I'm tired of. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now, no. So here's another couple teams, right, that has big time Stress and D. So Tyler O'Neill is off the shit. I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. I can't even tell you right now. I can't even tell you. From a betting, and then from a betting standpoint, I really can't. You know what I'm saying? If I was just playing DFS or something like that, I would say go ahead. I probably would say go ahead and take a swack at them because it's you got 9 players can pick up the slack, but shit, betting on them, I'll wait. I'll wait. Ain't nothing funny, Tiff. Ain't nothing funny. So yeah, hey, this game here now. It's another. Now he pitches so much, right? Jose Berrios. This is his outs. He's hit his outs probably 10 of 12, right? Including versus Baltimore. He went 7 in this versus Baltimore. So we know his leash is good. We know his leash is good, right? We know his leash is good. So and then these Baltimore batters, they got some history versus him. You know what I'm saying? And it's scammy. it's scaring me for Berrios, right? So and he just seen them win on the 13th of last month. So he's seen them. Yeah, it's still been a month, but it is what it is. So I will tell you some of the history these guys got against him. Gunnar Henderson, he's 3 of 18 versus him. Anthony Santander, 6 of 23, 4 singles, 1 double, a home run. This team as a whole is 38 for 140, 137 versus Berrios, good for a 277 batting average. Ryan O'Hearn, 8 for 28, 4 singles, 2 doubles, 2 home runs. Adley Rutschman, 12 of 19, batting 632 versus him, 7 singles, 2 doubles, 3 home runs. Ryan Mountcastle, 2 for 18, those 2 were home runs. Cedric Mullins, 7 for 26, 3 singles, 3 doubles, 1 home run, right? So we know that this team here can just, they can hit the home runs, right? They can hit the home runs with the best of them from a team perspective, right? So it's been about 2 games since Henderson hit a home run. He doesn't have a home run versus him. He's definitely due. Intermission. That game starts early at 1-something, but was just 1. Yeah, I feel you. She says Mountcastle nuclear. Probably so. You never know. I had ran it down. I ran it down for you all, and that it just is what it is. Now, this guy has been pitching. Look at this. Is his pitches outs right here. He's hit it versus this team. Actually, went 7 innings versus this team. It was a 3-2. He's been okay. Earned runs. How many earned runs has he been getting up? He's been doing pretty good. Right? This year, he's only given up more than 2 earned runs twice. Philadelphia smoked him. The White Sox got him for 3 of all people. Other than that, only 2 home runs. 2 earned runs. So the hits, I imagine, give up plenty hits. He give up plenty hits. So his hits prop is sitting at 5.5. He's 50% to this number. All those innings pitched, he got to give up some hits. And the walks, right? Let's see what he looks like in the walk category. Hasn't given up a walk last 2 games. Sitting at 1.5. Man, right? Oh yeah, he had 2 bombs last night for sure. The wins, his win percentage, he's 5 for 12. So it is what it is, right? His strikeouts, he's been okay. And you get a fair line on the strikeouts for him at 4.5. He did not hit this number versus Baltimore. He only had 4, but he did pitch. He did pitch 17, 8. He went 7 innings, right? So at the end of the day, where are they at? They're at home. Baltimore's on the road. I still lean towards Baltimore's bats over Toronto's bats, even though lately Toronto been showing a little bit. But if I'm betting this game, it's gonna be Baltimore nothing. If I bet this game, probably won't. Any bet I couldn't talk you off of, and me personally, I would probably look at hit parlays. I probably wouldn't do hits, runs, and RBIs for the simple fact of how good this guy's been pitching. I would either look for a home run, or I'll look for like 2 guys to get a hit for a hit parlay, 3 guys or something like that, some shit like that. Probably mix Vladdy in there, Vladdy and 2 more guys, something like that from Baltimore, some shit like that, man. I'm not taking hits, runs, and RBIs. He's been hitting his. I just showed you guys his earned runs, so he hasn't been getting up a lot of runs. You see that? He's given up more than 2 runs twice this fucking season. So, So I'm on the side in this one. What's the total? Let's see what the total looks like. It's got to be 7.5. It's a solid 8. If one of these motherfucking teams, this teams get hot, man, it could be. It's a solid 8 though. It's a solid 8. Baltimore is not the favorites. I'm falling back from it, right? I don't. If I win, I win. If I don't, I don't. She said I did sprinkle on a homer, not two. When they hit that homer early, you can go live bet the. You can go live bet that another one, or live bet the outs, or live bet the outs. If you got sleeper, you can. They let sleeper let you get up to like 8 or 9 hits, runs, and RBIs. That's lit. That's lit. That's lit as hell. Cause like after a motherfucker hit a home run, then you can catch him live for like 5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And I just be like, yep. Be like, yep, that worked. Yep. I go ahead and, you know what I'm saying? Bobby Witt hit 2 of them yesterday. Phew. That was crazy. All right. What was that the day before? One of those days. Spent a lot of time on that game. Let's go. Detroit Tigers and Texas Rangers. Here, listen, I expect runs to be put up in this one here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I expect runs to be put up in this one here. Riley Green, your boy. What's your boy name, Tiffany? What's your boy name from Detroit? I like him too. Riley Green, your boy. Then what was it? Of course, I like more Rangers than I like Detroit bats. But look at his face, right? He ought to throw a fucking home run, man. You doing all that shit to get rocked, my brother. Straight up. Urena, I don't like Urena either. Yeah, Matt Verlin. That's his name, Matt Verlin. I like those 2 bats there. You got fucking Seager, probably my top bat there. Simeon and man, it was about 4 or 5 bats. So I like the runs to get scored here. I'm gonna end up taking the over here, man. It was 8.5. I'm gonna end up I lean a strong lean towards the over here. You know, even though I know I'm probably gonna go behind y'all back and play it. Not gonna put a lot on it though. I'm just gonna go behind y'all back and play it probably, but yeah, I lean towards the over here. I like what Detroit's been doing versus righties, and I think the Texas got a good chance to hit Miami. Right, and top bats here. Corey Seager. Look, I can get hit parlays. I like Corey Seager. I like Verling. I like Simeon. Perez. I like Winsell Perez. Riley Green. I like Riley Green. Adolis Garcia. That muscle's coming out of his neck. I like him. Nathaniel Lowe graded out well. Ezekiel Duran ain't been doing shit like he was last year, but he's got home run probabilities there. Akil Baddoo popped for some reason, but I'm not betting on. So I like this game to have potential to go over, or at least runs being scored in this one. You know, hits, runs, and RBIs. Perfect game for hits, runs, and RBIs. You can probably stack this one up. If you can't find a lot of hits, runs, and RBIs, maybe like on Prize Picks, you can start taking fantasy scores for some of these batters. You know, so that's what I like about this game. I like runs. I'm skipping over the Chicago White Sox and Chicago Cubs game. Shout out to my Cubs for coming back and getting that game yesterday. But I don't have nothing. I did not know Luis Robert was back, man. That's my guy. That's my guy. San Diego Padres and Los Angeles Angels here. Long story short, I cannot take the Angels here, not going up against Dylan Cease. Give me the over 6.5 strikeouts. I'll take a chance on it. His outs, Dylan Cease outs are sitting at 18.5. You know what though? I would probably take a stab at it. I just do not like what I see versus this Angels team. I don't like this matchup versus Cease for them. I don't. Right? Versus right-hand pitching, I don't even want to go into the convulsions, but I will. Versus right-hand pitching last 7 days, I will look at them. Angels, 23% K rate, 118 plate appearances, 15 WRC plus. That's bad. I don't know who the fuck they faced to have them looking like that, but it is what it is. Last 14 days versus right-hand pitching, Los Angeles Angels, K rate, middle of the pack, 24%, 40 WRC plus, and 300 plate appearances. Sometimes if your bats are with a 40 WRC plus, that's bad. Your bats can be slumping. They can be slumping versus righties. I love them versus lefties, but I'm not versus righties right now. 22% K rate. Last 30 days, 741 plate appearances, 76 WRC plus. At the very least, I'm probably gonna have to take a stab at his pitching outs. Maybe, right? Because Cease can come out there and sell like a motherfucker sometimes, but I can't deny that. I can't deny, what this Angels team has been doing versus righties, right? So Angels, where's Angels at? Right here, right? So I can't deny it, right? I can't deny what the Angels been doing versus righties, right? So at the end of the day, where's Dylan Cease? We know he's got tremendous K upside. We know this. Sometimes he can get hit, but it is what it is. He's hit 7 strikeouts in 7 of his last 10 games. The outs prop is kind of hefty, like I said, sitting at 18.5, but he has shown the ability to get there. He's got there 4 times. If it was one time for me to take it, I would probably take it here. But y'all never know. I might not get it here. If no money comes in on it, I might catch it at a parlay piece for 17.5. I don't care if it was a minus 200. I would be parlaying it up, but it is what it is. His fantasy score is in play for the simple fact that I think they can get the win. That's 6 points. Get him the win. That's 6 points. And if he gets a quality start, that's 10 points right there. So, if he gives up, let's say he goes 6 innings at 18, 6 Ks at 18, that's 36. Then a quality start and a win, that's 46, right? Then let's say he gives up 2 runs at 46, that bring you down to 40. What's his pitching fantasy score at, right? Let's see. 40. So it's at 38. So he would have to do something like that. Don't let him get 7 Ks. That's 21 points and 6 innings pitched. 6 innings pitched is 18. That's 39. Then that's 49 with the win and the that's 49 with the win and the quality start. And then let's say he give up three runs at 49. That knocks off 9. That brings you down to 40. So he'll still cover that. Those are some scenarios you can look at if you just try to paint a picture of what you think he's gonna do, right? So his fantasy score is in play. He's only hit it once in four games, but it's in play. It's in play, right? Bats. 2 bats stood out to me, right? And it was the Stars. It was Machado. It was Machado and I keep forgetting a little. I always forget this boy's name, man. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The 2 guys, man. Don't be screaming. Man. The 2 best hitters on the deck were supposedly on the team, man. I gotta go in here. Fernando Tatis and Machado. Those are the 2 guys that pop for me. So I'll leave it at that, right? I'll leave it at that. Going up against Soriano. Soriano got some weird-ish profile could be in play here, but Soriano got some weird-ass little pitches, man. Straight up. So Soriano's been doing very good for us every time we recommend him. Yeah. Every time we recommend him, he gets a hit. So, I'm gonna fall back off of him today. It's gonna be Manny Machado and Fernando Tatis Jr. for me. If I go to any bats, I can see myself taking either one of those guys for at least a hit. Put it at that. Last game on the docket here, we're looking at let me see if any new batting lineups came out here. Because I got to get out of here and plug some shit in, right? So Blackman, Tovar, Diaz. Diaz is in the hit in the cleanup spot. Okay. I'm going to like Diaz today. All right. So, Fernando Tatis Jr., D-Money. Shout out to you. All right. So this last game on the docket here is going to be the And what's name? The pitcher last night, I forgot his name, man. That motherfucker did not get a strikeout for me. He only got 2 strikeouts, man. That was crazy. So, I went to it. I went to his strikeouts. If y'all called me yesterday, I went to it. Either way it go, though, let's get up on it, right? Logan Gilbert, Joey Estes, right? Logan Gilbert, really good spot for him, right? It's a really good spot for him. Versus right-hand pitching, I'll give you guys some numbers. Yeah, I went to the early games already, man. I went to the early games already. Go rewind it. But shit, real quick, let me go back. Let's see. Man, you missed some good ass information on them early games, man. Straight up. Okay, so let me use this right here. You missed some good ass information. All right, so Riley, he's like 2 or 3 for 10 versus Bavetta, 2 home runs. Ozuna is probably like 8 for like 26, 6 home runs. No, Olsen. Ozuna got 6 home runs. I think Olsen got 2. Riley's got a nice number versus him in history. So a lot of guys got histories. Dion, he's 6 for 7 versus Vivetta. Or is that Archer? Archer's got numbers versus him too. Either way it go. Then you got Swellenbach. He's the rookie kid. I don't know if I can, long story short, I do like Devers, right? No matter what, I like Devers. Then I don't know how he's gonna do. The Swellenbach kid is gonna do versus these lefties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lefties. I don't know what he's gonna do, right? Tyler O'Neill is back. Shout out to Tiffany pointing that out. So the over-under is 10 here. I expect runs to be put up here. I can look at hits, runs, and RBIs. I like Devers hits, runs, and RBIs. I like Ozuna hits, runs, and RBIs. Hits. All these guys are hits. If I had to take one top hit would be Ozuna. The top bat would probably be Rafael Devers. And then, all the rest of them, man. Straight up. St. Louis, Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, and then Bregman. I don't really recommend a lot of these St. Louis bats. It's hard for me to pinpoint what they're gonna do. Colorado, I like McMahon. The guy who popped for me was Diaz. Really like Diaz. He's in that cleanup spot, nice RBI spot, whatever the case may be. Everybody on this motherfucking Cincinnati team, just like yesterday, this is Coors Field. Y'all already know what. No, y'all don't need me to. You know what I'm saying? Benson, he can do no wrong in my eyes. Watch y'all go out there and don't get a hit today, but he can do no wrong. Jake Fraley, love it. Candelaria, love it. Eddie De La Cruz popped at the top of the list for me. Tyler Stevenson, big time power. It is what it is. San Francisco and Arizona, I just kind of don't know what to do about this game. I don't. I mean, Montgomery has been looking bad. Hicks ain't been looking. I usually target Soler versus lefties for home runs. Might sprinkle a home run on them today. Who knows? Patrick Bailey, Matt Chapman for power. It is what it is. Ketel Marte, recommended him last night. He got 3 hits. He might be hot. Couldn't talk you off Marte any given day. Jock Peterson popped. The rest of these guys, I just don't know. The Mets, all of them. Top bat, it would probably be Alonso and Martinez tied for number 1. Then Vientos, Lindor, and Marte. I ain't even say nothing about Nemo. The guys that I pointed out was Lindor, Alonso, Martinez, Vientos, Marte. Alonso's got 5 home runs versus this motherfucker. Lindor's got a bunch of history. Martinez, he's 1 for 1 versus him. Do whatever you want to do. Harrison Bader, all these motherfuckers they in play. I'm probably leaning back off Washington. I'm tired of them. And then Milwaukee, I mean, if I had to get to a bat from Milwaukee, from Philly, it would be Bohm, and then from Milwaukee, it'd be Christian Yelich and or Wilson Contreras. you just know Bobby Witt and Jose Ramirez. Josh Naylor. Josh Naylor is heating up. I don't want to fuck with this Dodgers game here. But don't be surprised if the Dodgers don't come out here and go crazy. But I'm tired of saying that, right? If I just had to look at a bat, would be Reynolds and Hayes from the Pittsburgh side. And like I said, these Dodgers just they just ticket time bomb. They waiting to explode. That just about sums it up for those early games. A lot of these early games, the Yankees, Verdugo, Judge, Soto. Verdugo, not in that order, any order, but those are guys I like. Rizzo got a home run versus this kid. Stanton got a home run versus that kid. Paddock will give up the home runs. Then Rodon, he's given up 7 home runs off that fastball, and Ryan Jeffers has a home run versus him. He will hit that fastball. He's got 3 home runs versus the fastball this year, and he hits for power. I went back farther enough for you. That should be far enough. Let me finish this out because I got to go. I got to get to my bets. Seattle. This is right. So versus right hand pitching, right? Seattle. The great strikeout spot. Let me just get that out the way. Oakland, one of the highest strikeout teams versus righties. 26.5%. 99 WRC plus. That's on the season. Last 30 days they cooled off a little bit, but last 30 days they looked pretty good with 106 WRC plus, almost 27% K rate. But then now, when you get down to the last 14 days, it's starting to tell a little bit of another tale. They probably start going in the other direction because they WRC plus is going down now, right? They K percent is still around 26. They still striking out though. And then the last 7 days, I don't know how many plate appearances versus righties they have, but 169 plate appearances, 64 WRC plus. I'm probably gonna try to catch them while they down, beat them while they down. 26.5% K rate. K rate been 25, 26 all the way through the flick, right? But the WRC plus is going down, which lets me know good pitchers are in good spots. Gilbert is a good pitcher. He should be in a good spot here. Last night gave away 2 bats though. I gave away one. I gave away Blade. Blade got there, right? Blade got there, right? He got there. He had himself a game. Today, you can look at Brent Rooker, right? Not recommending him, but if you want to go to a bat late night, you done won a lot of money, you ready to splurge, or you done lost, you still want to gamble, trying to get back, you can look at Brent Rooker. He's got power. He's hitting a lot of pitches this year. I was looking more at that last year, but it seems like Zach Geloff was hitting last year more. But either way it go, Brent Rooker, you can look at him, and Blade is still in play, right? JJ Blade, he's still in play. Striker, and now on the flip side here, looking at the bats for I never recommend bats for Seattle, but the lefties, right? The lefties popped. The lefties popped for me. There's a few lefties popped for me, and that's just what it is. It was a few lefties, right? And that's a testament to probably what this pitcher is doing. But at the end of the day, Joey Estes probably pitching his worst towards lefties. So you can look at the left-hand bats, Rayleighs, guys like that. But I don't never give out Seattle bats, right? But that's who popped for me. Now, Estes, hard hitters up. He got 23% K rate. That's interesting, right? Because we know this is the highest. These are two of the highest strikeout teams in the league, right? The same shit I said last night. Kid went out there and got 2 strikeouts. It is what it is. I took an L, but I'll take another L tonight, right? Joey Estes, his strikeouts probably sitting at 4.5. I'll take the over, right? And whether it's a parlay or whatever the case may be. Only pitched 4 games this year so far. He's hit 5 strikeouts in 3 of his last 4. He did face this team. He did have 5 strikeouts. He did give up 8 runs to Houston, and Colorado smacked him up for 4 runs. He's given up 2 home runs, one to Seattle, one to Houston. It is what it is, right? He does have some K stuff, so it is what it is. Rewind it back to Logan Gilbert. His K stuff around the same. He's Estes 23, Logan Gilbert's 24. Yes, I like Logan Gilbert's case. His outs probably sitting at 18.5 at plus money. That would be a straight bet if I decided to go there. But at the end of the day, he hasn't faced this team. He hasn't faced this team this year. Lately, the strikeouts has been down though, man. Like he started off pretty good the season, 8, 7, 8, 6, 6, 9, 6, then like 4, 7, 1, 4, 5. Could this be a get right spot for him? Yes. I'm gonna treat it like a get right spot for him. Not an official play. I'm not officially giving it out, but I'm just letting you know I'm probably gonna sprinkle something on it in some shape, form, or fashion. As far as the outs sitting at 17 and at 18 and a half at good plus money, look, he has the ability. We know this, right? 7 innings, didn't get there that time. 7.2 innings, 6.2, 6.2, 6.1. So at one time he had hit that number in 6 straight games. 6 of his last 7 games. Make that 7 of his last 8. And then of his first 8, 7 of the first 8, he hit that number. That was crazy. That's crazy. Then lately, he's been down. 4 innings here versus Minnesota. Caught him a hot Minnesota team. Seattle, he got there versus Kansas City. New York, of course, he still went 6 versus New York. Then Washington Nationals, he went 6 there. The 18.5 is a fishy number. It's warranted here, though. Peace out, Tiff. I think he can get there. Not recommended it. If you ask me what I think about the 18.5 outs, I think he can get there. What do I think about the K's? I think he can get there. Lately, has he been getting there in the K's? No. Lately, has he been hitting those? He hasn't hit the 18.5 outs in 3 straight games. Okay? That just about sums it up, guys. If I got a couple minutes to put in a ticket or help finish off a ticket, I would probably look at. I do like Riley Green here. Just a mediocre. I ain't gonna say mediocre ticket, but just something that's quick. I would probably. Let's go look at what's the strikeouts for. You know what? Yeah, let's go. More strikeouts for Cease here. Let's go more strikeouts for Gilbert, right? How about the pitching outs? Let's see what we got as alternatives here. Pitching outs here. 16 for Pavetta, McCullers. I think maybe did that game go into extras last night? I don't know, but we'll see. Patrick Corbin, I'm not fucking with him. Braxton Garrett. Has he been getting there? How about Estes? Interesting. Estes. Do they got Estes strikeouts out? Maybe. Kitamayeda, I probably won't fuck with him. Logan Gilbert. If I'm doing a demon parlay, I'm taking both of these. If I'm doing a demon parlay, a matter of fact, I might put them in my demons. Or if they got strikeouts, like 7.5 for strikeouts. For demons, let's see. McCullers, 4.5, no. Blanco, 7.5, no. So you're going to get the demon strikeout for Nola, 7.5. I don't know. Skeens at 8.5. I don't know. Tampa Bay showing the ability to strike out, man. So 5.5 strikeouts is not out of the realm of possibility for Braxton Garrett. He just ain't been bringing the strikeouts, but he is 2 for 4 to that number, 2 of 5 to that number. His last 2 of 5. Brady Singer, 4.5 strikeouts. Hit that number 3 of his last 5 games. That's so tempting. On the demon side, Chris Paddock, I don't want to jump into that mud. Carlos Rodon can hit it. He can hit it. Am I going there? Probably not. He only hit it once in his last 5. Suarez, don't know if I'll get there. Berrios, he pitches enough innings to get there. Fetty, I'm not fucking with you. C, 7.5 Ks is interesting, along with 7.5 for Logan Gilbert. Let's finish these last two off. Do they have the kids strikeouts in here? Estes at 5. You know what? This is where I'll take it at. I'll take it right here. Going up against these guys here. Yeah, I'll take it right here. One more bat. One more play. Strikeouts. Hicks 4, Montgomery 4, Ashby 4.5, Nola 6. Nola 6, Paxton, Brady Singer 4, Paul Skeens 7, Zach Eflin 4, Braxton 5 in a K spot. Rodon, I got Rodon at the fuck, man. I got Rodon at 5.5 or his pitcher fantasy score. I might end up taking this strikeout. Pavetta is in an okay strikeout spot if you ask me. He just gotta get his strikeouts before he get his ass tore up. It's gonna be one or the other, right? He gonna either hit his K's or he gonna get his ass tore up, or he's gonna be both. And strike. Let's go to pitcher. Let's go to hitter fantasy score, and I'll just take one from there. And I'll take Ozuna. Ellie De La Cruz. I like Ellie De La Cruz. 2. They don't have a lot of them out, man. They don't have a lot. How about I just take Ozuna in this first game to know if I'm winning or not? 8 fantasy score, right? So there we have that, right? There we have that. Ozuna, 8 fantasy score. Estes, over on strikeouts. Gilbert, over on strikeouts. Cease, over on strikeouts. Rodon, fantasy score. Riley Green, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Okay. Like a lot of bats here. Like a lot of bats today. At the end of the day, it is what it is, guys. Peace out. Peace out. If I could, God damn it.